Welcome back to my channel. My name is Janae Lee, and thank you so much for clicking on this video and tuning in today. So today is day 2 of Vlogtober, and today we're just gonna do like a little family outing vlog style. We're going to the apple orchard. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away from us, so we just decided to get out on a Saturday and just see what this is all about. We've never done anything like this before. Apparently it has hay rides and apple picking, and there's gonna be like a little pet farm and live music playing and apple cider and all this good stuff. So we're just trying to get out the house for the day and do something that is fall festive and try something new as a family. So we're gonna take you along with us. Say hi, everybody. Authentic apple butter. They got a sugar-free one too. You gonna get it? Probably. This is so cute. Granny Smith. They have apple salsa. I don't know what that tastes like. You see that, babe? Apple salsa.
Yeah, oh man, that's too much. That's too much. I'm for the apple, but that's too much.
I can touch what you are buying. You feel the wind? Babe, they got moonshine jelly.
We got what?
Moonshine jelly.
Oh, we getting that. I want
Elderberry jelly, blackberry, apple cider jelly. Double apple muffin mix.
Oh, that kind of sounds good. Look, they got strawberry, raspberry syrup, apple syrup.
Bear jam, blackberry, elderberry, apple, red, raspberry, apricot.
Look. Ella Peach. Oh, yeah, I'm about to get that too.
They got dressings too. Green pepper jelly. Apple syrup.
They ain't got no apple candles?
No apple candles?
Yeah.
What is that? To try that.
Pumpkin pancakes.
Yes.
Pumpkin bread.
I like to try.
Pumpkin butter.
Our bird-eating tarantula, or sorry, Goliath bird-eating tarantula. She's one of the largest tarantula species, and she'll get about 12 to 13 inches when she's full grown. Right now, she's at about half size.
Only half.
Yeah.
Oh.
She is native to the Amazonian rainforest.
So those are the ones that's on arachnophobia.
Yeah.
I will take her over most any of our native spiders because she is slow and she has a very even temperament. She just kind of goes. Whereas all these other spiders, native, they just speed and they have no plan. They just jet all over the place.
Goodness. So what does she eat on a day-to-day?
We feed her tiny rats called pinkies that are just born. In the wild, she would eat large rodents, and as she gets bigger and bigger rodents, as well as large insects.
So she actually eats birds too?
She does.
Oh, okay.
She's an ambush predator. One of the ways she'll get birds is she'll just go up to their nest and wait for the bird to come back for the night. And go from there.
Gotcha.
It's not a huge part of their diet, but it's just a significant enough of part that she got the name.
The name, right.
It's moving. It's beautiful. Is that a fake spider right there?
No, that is Maleficent skin.
No, I mean this one.
No,
That's her actual skin that she shedded?
And then if you've ever seen cicadas, their little skins on the trees, same thing.
Wow.
They shed their exoskeleton as they grow.
Not something I want to find in my house.
Right, exactly.
Hey, I'm bouncing back here like a bumble.
Apple cider donuts. Is it good? Danny?
It was good.
Yeah.
It's good.
What you think? Good?
Good.
It's good?
It is. It just tastes like really good apple juice.
But like really good.
Let it go.
Hey.
Alrighty, so I already did introductions. They're gonna go ahead and start passing out the apples now. We're gonna start with a Rome. We're starting with a Rome apple, the medium apple. A lot of people like to use it for cooking if it's not important to have the apple flavor, but you still don't have apples in it. The Granny Smith is the apple most people use for cooking. It's the #1 baking apple in America. That is because it holds its texture very well and it holds its flavor very well. Unlike something like a Fuji or a Red Delicious, that is going to lose a lot of its flavor and it's going to lose a lot of its texture. It's going to be very mushy and not a great pie apple. Whereas something like an Arkansas Black, which is a very, very, very hard apple, it's also called the Snow White apple, if that's what you've heard it by, is a very, very hard apple, and it doesn't have a ton of taste. It is a little bit sweeter than Granny Smith, but it's also harder, so it's not going to be as soft. It's not going to be right where you want it to be, like where you're used to with an apple pie. So that's one interesting fact about apples. So this is our next apple. Does anybody want to guess what type of apple this is? It is not.
A golden apple?
You're close. Golden
Chris?
Golden Delicious.
Oh, Golden Delicious.
I'll give both of you guys half a point. It is a Golden Delicious apple. So as you can see, it's not really that golden right now. That is because we like to get them whenever they're a little bit before super duper ripe. So you wouldn't want to eat one of these right now because they're not super golden. But a Golden Delicious is a very soft apple, but the flavor is the same, the texture just changes. So since we're using this for
That's good.
apple cider, I'm sorry, I forgot what that word was. It doesn't really matter about the texture, but so it's a very sweet apple. A lot of people like it because of the fact that it's a very sweet apple. It's very crisp right now, but later in the season, when it gets that really good golden color, it's gonna get softer. And some people do like soft apples, some people like hard or crisper apples. I'm a crisper apple person, and for the apple cider making, we like to use crisp apples. A soft apple does not make good apple cider because it holds on to its flavor. Like the apple itself retains the flavor, it doesn't let a lot of the juice out, and it gets too mushy and it can clog up our filters, which is bad. So, does anybody know the difference between apple cider and apple juice? Anybody know the difference between unpasteurized apple cider and apple juice? Filtered, yes. So the important differences between apple cider and apple juice can be filtered up to 100 times, which means it loses a lot of that original flavor and original taste. It also is heated up and it has chemicals added, so that again takes away from the flavor and taste. And so they have to add that in using additives and spices. They also mix it with water and sometimes even add dyes to give it that color that you're used to. All of that is artificial, and that's the difference between apple juice and apple cider. Apple cider, on the other hand, I guess I should clarify. Apple cider and our apple cider is a little bit different. If you buy apple cider at the store, it's going to be pasteurized. Our apple cider is unpasteurized. We are one of 4 orchards left in the state of North Carolina that are certified to do unpasteurized apple cider. What that means is our apple cider, we're only allowed to keep it for 21 days. We only keep it for 14 though, because we want to give everybody that extra bubble. Now, whenever you take it home, it lasts for much longer, but the state has its laws and its regulations because it's the state. So our apple cider is also different than other apple cider because it's only apple juice, like the juice of the apple. So there's nothing added, there's no water, there is no seasonings, there's no chemicals, nothing is added to our apple cider. It is pure apple cider. Whereas if you buy just normal apple cider from the store or from a lot of other places, it's going to be pasteurized. It's going to be taken up to that heat or have those chemicals added. It's not going to have water added normally, but it is going to have stuff added that's not natural. And they have to add things back in to give it that flavor because the chemicals and the heating takes away the natural flavor. This is what we're going to be using to give it a lot of that tart flavor that you're used to in an apple cider. So this here is our cider press. This is what we are going to be using today. Whenever we very first started, we started off with one of these. Going at it about 18 hours a day. Was not able to keep up with how much apple cider we needed to make. We got 10 more of these. Still could not keep up with how much apple cider we needed to make. We got a big electric one. It kept breaking down. We couldn't keep it clean. It was just being very, very difficult. So now we have a pneumatic one in there that'll press hundreds of pounds of apples at a time. And we can press about 4,400 pounds in a couple hours. So 3 to 4 hours, we press about 4,400 pounds of apples. And just so you know, that makes about 255 gallons of apple cider. We sell half gallons in there, so that makes about 500 containers. We're gonna sell through all of that in 2 weeks because that's all we can keep it for and we don't ever have to throw it away. So we're pressing that every single week. Every single week we press more than what an elephant weighs in apples to make our apple cider. Pretty crazy, right? And we only filter our apple cider once out here, and our machine in there only filters it once whenever it's pressed. That's all we do. That is just to get all the big chunks out. It leaves, if we filter it over and over again, it'll remove a lot of the natural color, and it'll also remove a little bit of the natural texture to the apple cider. Does anybody like apple seeds, apple stems, apple leaves in their apple cider? Nobody likes to drink that? What about apple pulp, apple skin? No? So we have to filter it, right? Because you guys don't want that in there. This is the only filter we use for our apple cider. And as you guys can see, it does have fairly large holes. And that is because we like to allow a little bit of that natural texture to get through. We are very careful around here to make sure that nothing gets in. Since we are unpasteurized, we have to be very, very careful. She's gonna chop one up for us. Alrighty, as you guys can see, that chopped it up really, really, really well. So as you guys saw, these guys couldn't get any juice out of it. Let's see if I can get any juice out of this. that's not what we want, or that is what we want. We want there to be a lot more apple cider coming out. So we have what we call the press block over there, and that's what we're going to be using to press all the juice out of those apples at the very end.
Good job. Oh, we need to get him a couple big apples.
Now you're just showing off.
One more big one. Good job.
1, 2, 3.
Squeeze!
The last group was louder and it was smaller. 1, 2, 3.
Squeeze!
Better. There we go. Look at all that.
Look at all that hard work I did.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey, good job, guys.
Right.
We did it all. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
They're tasting the golden
Cheers,
delicious
cheers.
stuff.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to all our hard work, guys.
What do you think?
Yeah. So again, you don't add anything to apple
This is so
cider,
good.
so there's no
It's like apple juice instead.
literally nothing added to it that is not apple
This
cider.
is really good.
Yeah, it's that's awesome.
It is.
If anybody wants
I can taste the granny.
they will swing back through.
Want some more?
We want this.
Apple crusty that though.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start passing.
Can't you
out
just
everybody
feed it
boxes
to the
back
pig over there?
Okay guys, so we just wrapped up at the apple orchard doing the apple adventure. So what is you guys' thoughts? What did y'all think about it? Did y'all enjoy it? Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. We never did anything like that before.
I definitely give it a 9.
9?
Like it was straight, like especially the apple slushies and the and what was it, the apple donuts. And I mean the hayride was straight until it broke down. But I mean,
Danny?
we were straight.
It was very fun.
It was very
I
fun.
rated it a 10. I would
A
go
10?
back.
You would go
10?
back?
I mean, yeah, we could go back, but a 10?
Yes, a 10.
Yeah, I think I would give it like a good 8. I would give it a strong 8. I did not like the hayride. I didn't care for it, all the bumps and all that stuff and you sliding.
That's the point of a hayride.
I just
Like,
I think it's because it was just so packed and then you're sliding towards each other. Like I just didn't like that. If I had my own little sack to sit on, I think it would have been fine. And then
You're bougie.
And then we didn't really get to see anything. Like we saw a couple pumpkins and a couple apples, but there wasn't anything that seemed to be fully grown.
The vultures.
Yeah, we saw a whole bunch of vultures, but that's about it. So I mean, I could have. I'm not gonna ever do a hayride again. Like I'm good on that. But the apple cider donuts were so good, so delicious. The pressed apple cider or apple juice, whatever it was that he did, that was really good. Very surprised about that. The apple cider slushies was good. And yeah, that was pretty much it. They gave us apples. They gave us all our own bags of apples. So we didn't get to pick any apples because I guess back in March, April time frame, North Carolina, Virginia, and South Carolina went through a little freeze of the crops, and a lot of people lost 70 to 90% of their crops. So we didn't get to do the apple picking, but they still was able to give us apples, which was good. And yeah, we got to see the little pet farm. Danny, what was your thoughts on the little petting zoo that they had out there today?
It was fun.
Yeah.
I like the tarantula.
You like the tarantula?
Very interesting.
What did they say? It was a bird-eating tarantula?
Yeah.
Native to the Amazon?
I think so.
Yeah.
The skin, her dead skin was cool because I never really seen a dead skin, like a tarantula dead skin, or even a tarantula.
Right.
So it was very fun.
Okay.
The pig, there's a lot of people over, so
Yeah.
I didn't really see it.
Yeah.
But it was cute. And the baby kangaroo, it was my favorite because it was so cute and it was a baby, and I never seen a kangaroo before.
I thought the tarantula was your favorite.
It was. I like both of them.
You like both of them? Okay. What did you think about the music? I thought when I read the flyer for it, it said that it was going to have some local bands, but I didn't know it was children.
Child labor.
Right. The child labor was like crazy.
Nah,
They were singing the entire time while we were out there.
The boy that was singing, he was good. But I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, it was just background music for sure. Yeah. What did you think about the whole Apple Press demonstration?
Cool, but when I got to drink the apple cider, it was so good.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it.
Yeah, that fresh apple cider is definitely where it's at.
It is,
like,
it is.
All
I'm
that
glad we bought
store-bought,
some.
preserved, like, whack. Like, it's whack.
Okay, you guys, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed our little outing. Make sure you try out an apple orchard if you are near one. Support your local farmers and all that good stuff, and just try something different with the family like we did. I think we are going to try to make something out of those apples that we got today, so stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be featured somewhere in Vlogtober as a bake with us, so stay tuned for that. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, that way you're notified every single time I post a new video up on my channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna post my name right here. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you ever done anything like this. Have you ever been on a hayride? Have you ever been to an apple orchard? Like, tell me your thoughts on our little adventure today, and let me know if you've ever done anything like this before. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.